Hey guys, this is Jam of jamonline.ph and welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna do a gaming review of the latest smartphone from Realme, the Realme Narzo 20. Baliktad pa yung Realme Narzo 20 natin. So this is the Realme Narzo 20. So as you can see in here, we got here a very familiar design similar to the Realme C series that we have unboxed before. So as you can see in here, we got here a triple lens camera headlined by a 48 megapixel camera. We also got here a large 6.5-inch HD plus 600 by 720 display. So nakikita naman maganda yung kulay natin dito, and the size is just perfect for gaming. For 6.5 inches, I think mas mag-enjoy kayo dito, and aspect ratio niya is medyo matangkad. So, hindi masyadong mabablock yung content nyo. Of course, we got here the Helio G85 chipset, which is new, but it's actually known to be powerful. It's a gaming chipset, so I'm expecting na kaya maglaro ng mga heavy games natin, lalaroin natin mamaya. And of course, we got here 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage. Okay, so we also got here 6,000 milliamp hours of battery, so you all know that the smartphone can last really long when it comes to gaming. Hindi kayo problema. And of course, we got here an 18 watts quick charging. So medyo mas mabilis naman kahit na malaking battery natin. Okay, so bago tayo dun sa gaming review, gusto ko lang pakita sa inyo yung ating mga scores natin. So first, we got here 3D Mark, we got here a Slingshot Extreme OpenGL ES 3.1 na score na 1,400. So for me, mataas yung score niya. Sayang lang na wala yung isang score. Isa lang yung meron tayo, but 1.4, mataas actually nakuha natin dito. Okay, so for Geekbench, we got here a single core score of 353 and a multi-core score of 1,299. Again, for a smartphone na nasa price range niya, surprising na may ganito tayong nakukuha na score sa Geekbench. And of course, Antutu. Guys, on Antutu, we got here a score of 200,591. That is a really high score for its price range. 200,591. Talagang tinupad nila yung promise nila na, okay, sabi ni Realme, makaka-reach tayo ng 200K, and here we go. We got here 200K sa Realme Narzo 20. So, you've seen the benchmarks, you've seen it all. Now, how about gaming? Now, mag-proceed tayo sa ating gaming review ng smartphone na to. First game pa lang tayo, medyo big time na ilalaroin natin. We're running Black Desert Mobile on the smartphone. It's one of the most demanding smartphone games right now in the market. So as you can see in here, we're running the game at the highest settings possible. Although nag-auto adjust siya, so we need to set it up at the max frame rates. But right now, we're running the game at 30 frames per second. It's actually going up to 37, 34, 38. So, depende yan. But right now, makikita nyo naman that despite having a G85 processor, the smartphone can run the game just fine. So, medyo na-surprise ako sa kanyang performance. Maganda yung impression ko sa kanya. The G85 can run the game just like this, na 29 million frames per second. And you can see the graph below na, okay, it's going up to 34. It depends on where you are, depends on yung mga kalaban nyo. But yeah, everything is running just fine. This is actually surprising that the smartphone can run at these frame rates sa ganyang settings niya. And another thing, makikita nyo na umaabot tayo ng 36. So, it means that it's playable, and as long as it's more than 30, wala tayong magiging problema dito. Actually, ang naging problem natin naman with other smartphones running on Black Desert Mobile is hindi sila ganun ka-smooth, hindi sila ganun ka-stable when it comes to the FPS. But right now, what we're seeing on the Realme Narzo, we're going up to 40. Wow, this is surprising that the smartphone can run the game up to 40 frames per second. Guys, up to 40 frames per second. And look at that. Ang dami nating pa-effects dito kung ano man. But so far, it's running just fine. Okay. Okay, tingnan, i-close up natin ng konti. Ayan. So, it's not running at 45 million frames per second. Or rather 45 frames per second na smoothly. But the fact that we're running the game at more than 20 FPS is already a surprising feat for me. Especially that this one is just a Helio G85. Ayan, so ang ganda ng graphics. Ang ganda ng effects. Ayan, hindi ko ma-zoom in. Pero yan, I think yan ang pinaka-zoom in niya dito. But yeah, nakikita nyo naman ang daming effects. It's going down to 24. I think yun na yung para mga lowest na 23, 24. But so far, this is really playable for this game. This is really playable sa game na to. Surprisingly. So I'm pretty happy sa nakukuha nating frame rates dito. Ayan. So yeah, I guess that's it dito sa ating Black Desert Mobile. Basically, the smartphone can run the game just fine. So no problems at all. And yeah, let's proceed dun sa next game natin. So for our next game, it's actually League of Legends Wild Rift. I know a lot of you are familiar with this game. It's one of the most popular MOBA games right now, and I believe mas heavy yung graphics nito compared kay Mobile Legends. And here's the thing. So we're running the game at 60 frames per second, and as you can see in the graph right now, we're running the game at 60 FPS. So overall, hindi tayo problema when running this game. Kahit na maganda yung graphics niya, the Helio G85 can handle the game without any problem. So yan, try natin pumatay ng pumatay. Tingnan natin if meron ba tayong makikita na frame drops later. But so far, we're running the game, and maganda yung ano natin, maganda yung frames natin right now. But yeah, you can see in here, okay, adjust natin yung graph natin. Makikita nyo sa baba that the graph shows, okay, medyo hindi pala humawa, ayan. So the graph shows that the smartphone can handle League of Legends Wild Rift without any problems. So surprisingly na ganto kagad ka-smooth yung laro kahit na bago pa lang siya. Hindi ko in-expect na ganto siya ka-smooth at its phase. I think nasa beta phase pa rin tayo sa game na to. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing in here. It's so smooth. 60 frames per second. The median FPS is 59. And hindi ako namomblema when playing the game. So yan, tignan pa natin. Yung pagpatakbo natin dito, 56, 59. So depende pa rin sa kung nasaan yung yung kalaban and all, kung ano mga nangyayari. But everything is running so smooth. So I don't think magkakameron ako ng problema running the game kahit saan ako pumunta dito sa League of Legends Wild Rift. And so medyo madami tayo dito. So let's try again. I mean, let's try and killing some of my enemies before natin i-end. I think wala na tayong kailangang patunayan pa. League of Legends Wild Rift is running really well. And if you're asking about Mobile Legends, I'm pretty sure that Mobile Legends would run just fine. But this one, despite na pagiging nasa beta phase pa lang tayo ng larong to, the game is running just fine. And I didn't slay again. And it's 59 median frames per second right now. The average CPU load is 20.4. Unfortunately, hindi natin makita yung data dun sa GPU. But yeah, let's see once we go dito sa 5-minute mark dito sa smartphone na to. And isa pa pala napansin ko, compared to other MediaTek processors, the G85, the Helio G85 isn't that warm. Actually, hindi siya ganun kainit. So, mas comfortable ako dito sa larong to when playing this game on the realme Narzo 20 kasi hindi siya ganun kainit eh. So, okay na okay ako pagdating sa temps dito sa realme Narzo 20. So I guess that's it dito sa review natin ng Wild Rift for the realme Narzo 20. Now, proceed tayo din sa next game natin. And we got here Gangshin Impact on the realme Narzo 20. So as you can see here, yes, the game is running. And yes, it is playable on the smartphone. So we're running it at 29 median frames right now. It's not that surprising. We're locked up to 30 frames per second. Pero if you want, you can go up to 60 frames per second. So, dito muna tayo sa graphic settings. So, as you can see in here, we've set it up. Sige, set natin to 60. Pasabugin natin performance load. But everything is set at the lowest settings na naka-off yung motion blur. So, right now, we're still stuck, I believe, 30 frames per second. And we're going down to 30 to 23. Depende kasi yan talaga sa pagpapatakbo ng game. But the fact that the game is running on realme Narzo 20 is already surprising for me kasi hindi ko in-expect ng Helio G85 ay makakapagpatakbo ng ng Genshin Impact at this frame rate. So try naman natin maghanap ng mga kalaban and let's see yung magiging frame rates natin dito once na meron tayong mga kalaban dito sa Realme Narzo 20 running Gangshin Impact. So habang naghahanap tayo, mapapansin nyo naman na yung graph natin is not that stable as expected. I mean, it's a really heavy na game. And as you can see here, nasa battle tayo. Though isa lang yung kalaban, nakakita nyo naman na hindi ganun ka-smooth yung ating frame rates. But don't worry kasi still playable pa rin naman yung game. So no problems at all for me na ganun lang yung nakukuha natin dito sa Realme Narzo 20. So, yan. Nakikita nyo naman na medyo, ito, try natin mag-ano ng, ayan. So, nakikita nyo na kahit na medyo marami nagaganap and all, ayan, meron pa rin tayong magandang frames dito. At least playable, kumbaga. So, yung lowest na nakita ko, I think, is 20. But, so far, okay ako dito. Ayan. Nakikita nyo naman. Oh. So, kahit na si Ice tayo, Chongyun pa rin. But yeah, you can see in here na medyo marami nang nagaganap na effects yan. So may mga ganito na tayong nalalaman. And yet, okay pa rin yung frame rate sa atin. Still playable. Though, makikita nyo naman, hindi siya sobrang smooth. So try natin lumayo. Try natin pumunta sa may Liu na na area. Tingnan natin if magkakameron tayo ng slowdowns pa rin dito. So punta muna tayo sa Guyon Stone Forest. And makikita nyo naman dito, yan, hindi tayo mag-stop. Titignan natin yung loading time niya kung mabilis pa rin ba dito sa Gangshin Impact on the Realme Narzo 20. Okay, surprisingly, maganda yung ating turnaround ng ating warp. And so right now, we're running it at 29 median frames per second. So smooth pa siya so far. So teleport muna tayo kasi wala tayong makitang kalaban. Tingnan natin. But yeah, the median frames per second is still at 27. So good news naman to. And hindi siya ganun ka-smooth. Pero, it's playable. That's the thing. So, it's an affordable smartphone, pero playable naman yung frame rates na nakukuha natin dito sa Realme Narzo 20. So, let's try dito sa area na to. Mga kalaban dito eh. So, there we go. So, medyo, yan, napapansin nyo na may lag na tayo, 15 FPS. But so far, okay pa rin tayo. Hindi pa rin tayo masyado ng problema. I mean, kaya pa rin. Still playable. Though yan, nag-drop to 20. So yan, 18. Ito, medyo talaga pag kay sucrose eh. Dito medyo mabigat. And so far, okay ako na ganito yung nakukuha natin naman. Yan. So try lang natin magpa-atake and all. But yeah, you can see in here na tumatakbo yung game. It's playable. Although sa mga iba medyo maanoy kayo. But the fact that it is running on the Realme Narzo 20, on the Helio G85. It's a really interesting fact dito sa smartphone na to. But yeah, I hope nag-enjoy kayo dito sa Gangshin Impact. Now, let's do the verdict naman para dito sa smartphone na to. So, you have seen the Realme Narzo 20 running 3 games kanina sa ating gaming review. Actually, it's not just 3 games. These are 3D heavy games. These are demanding games that are available right now in the market on the Play Store. And tatlo yung nalaro natin. First, we got here the Black Desert Mobile. We also got here the League of Legends Wild Rift, which is one of the most popular MOBA game right now. And mas maganda yung graphics niya compared to other MOBA games like Mobile Legends. And again, this one is still on beta. So, hindi pa tayo nag-expect ng full on performance dito. And of course, we got here Gangshin Impact. Surprisingly, with League of Legends Wild Rift, maganda yung performance na nakuha natin. Despite na hindi pa natin nakukuha yung final version ng League of Legends Wild Rift. Actually, I'm gonna show you the verdict natin dito. So, we got here 3 games natin. Ito yung result natin. So, first, we got here Black Desert Mobile. The game ran at 30 frames per second, surprisingly, but the FPS stability is at 76%, as expected. These are running at the highest settings possible. Nagka-cap siya up to 45, but we rarely go dun sa 43. Actually, highest ko na yata nakita is 40, 41. But yeah, it's nice to see that Black Desert Mobile was able to run on the Realme Narzo 20 at the highest settings possible. Our next one is League of Legends Wild Rift. So, League of Legends Wild Rift is one of the most demanding na games right now because it's on beta. Maganda yung graphics and it's not the same version na nandun sa PC. But the League of Legends Wild Rift is actually yung mobile version niya. And so far, maganda yung graphics niya. Maganda yung mga effects, marami nangyari and all. And I'm actually surprised that the game was able to run at at 59 median FPS. Actually, dun sa game mismo, it's around 60. So, yung 59 FPS na to, nandun lang tayo sa nandun lang tayo sa tama na highest. Kasi pag 59, it's possible na talaga 60, nagda-down lang to 59 minsan, nagka-cap kasi. But yeah, it's 59 FPS. So, I'm actually surprised that the game run at that median FPS. And the FPS stability, sabi ko nga kanina, stable siya. It's 98%. We barely see yung mga frame drops. Nagkameron ng konti kanina, actually once lang, and I'm surprised bakit nagkaganon. Hindi ko rin alam kung bakit, but maybe some optimizations could fix that. But so far, I'm really happy with what we got dito sa League of Legends Wild Rift. Lastly, we got here Gangshin Impact. The Gangshin Impact on the realme Narzo 20 is surprising for me. Hindi ko in-expect that the realme Narzo 20 can run the game Genshin Impact. I mean, it's a very demanding game. We got here a game na available din sa PC. It's a cross-platform game, and the graphics are just really good. It's just really good. Even the flagship smartphones are having problems running the game. But of course, yung graphic settings natin dito is set at the lowest settings possible para ma-enjoy natin. Nakita nyo naman kanina na bumababa yung frame rates natin, but for me, as long as kaya magpatakbo ng Genshin Impact, it's something na natutuwa ako. It's something na hindi ko na-expect sa kanyang price range. Hindi ko na-expect na below 10,000 pesos, may ganito tayong performance for Genshin Impact na playable siya. Take note, it's playable. It's not up to 30 frames per second, but we can run the game. And ang ganda pa rin ng graphics niya. Sayang lang na nasa lowest tayo, but still, ang ganda pa rin ng graphics niya. And maybe MediaTek and MiHoYo can do some optimizations for Genshin Impact. But so far, I'm pretty happy with what we got dito sa realme Narzo 20. So, overall, naging masaya tayo sa kanyang yung mga median FPS natin sa game bench natin. But hindi lang naman yun eh. Kanina binanggit ko rin sa inyo, yung benchmarks niya, yung scores niya, up to 200,000 on Antutu. That is a good sign na ang ganda ng performance natin dito sa realme Narzo 20. Hindi ko na-expect na tunay nga, 200k on Antutu. And maganda naman yung performance na nakuha natin on Geekbench, both on single score and multi-score, and also sa 3D Mark. And again, yung games talaga, doon natin nakita na okay, sobrang capable ni realme Narzo 20. So I guess that's it dito sa ating gaming review ng realme Narzo 20. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of the latest videos here at my YouTube channel. So once again, I am Jam of jamonline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again sa susunod na video.